second graders. Hi Jasmine, hi Kai. You might remember that last year, at the end of the year before we had to start doing our school at home, we were working on this project with the grass and the snakes. And you guys had painted a green and yellow paper to look like grass, and you had made some snakes with patterns on them. Well, hopefully you have those supplies now at your house, and if you don't, your mom and dad can go get them in the school office. You're also going to need for this project a scissors and maybe a little bit of glue. You can have this type of glue or a glue stick. So let's get started. All right, my first step for this project is going to be to flip over my paper, and you'll see that I have made some lines on it for you, and that is where you're going to have to cut super carefully. So you're going to cut down those lines, and you're going to make sure not to go past, because if you do go past, you'll just cut the strip right off your paper, and then your grass is going to get shorter. So you just want to cut right down those black lines and cut nice and straight so that you don't accidentally cut any off. I hope by now, since you're in second grade, you're pretty good at cutting. Now you've got your grass. It doesn't look quite grass-like though, because the top is super straight. And most of the time, grass looks a little more spiky. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab each separate piece of grass, and we're gonna cut a little triangle into the end. You cut the edges off until it looks a little bit spiky like that. And yours might look different than mine. On this part, if you make a mistake, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Some of them might be shorter, but that's okay because some pieces of grass are shorter than other pieces of grass. You're going to have to probably pick your paper up a little bit and move it around. The last step of what we need to do is we need to weave our snakes through the grass. Weaving is done by putting something over and under, over and under. So I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to put my snake down at the bottom, and I'm going to put him over the first piece of grass and under the next one. And I'm going to put him back and forth until he goes through the grass. This is a little tricky, but once you get the hang of it, you'll do just fine. There he is, he's through. I want to make sure his head is poking out at the end. Let's see, can we see his tail? No, that's okay. And then the next one, I'm going to do the next one the same way, but I'm going to put him a little higher up. Over and under. Take your time. If you get frustrated, you can take a break. Now I don't want his head to be under, so I'll leave it out. And now you're finished, except for you probably have one more snake. I only have two, so I'll spread mine out. You put all three snakes under, and then if you want to keep your snakes in place a little more, you can put a little dot of glue under them in some spots, and maybe your mom and dad maybe want to help you with that part so that you can get your snake a little bit stuck. You can stick its tail down, stick his head down. You might have to peek under there, and it's okay, the glue will dry. When you're finished, take a picture and upload it onto Seesaw so that I can see it. And maybe put your face in it too so that I can see you. I hope you had fun.